The Adventurers Guild investigator is on the lookout for a suspicious scariest personage. This quest is available for a limited time only. Hello there, friend. You have a look of seasoned adventure about you, and I will know what with my surprise powers of deduction. If you could spare of time, I could use your assistance in a matter I'm investigating at the moment. Oh, thank you. But tell me, are you familiar with the Continental Circus? The people of Yorza know them as traveling troupe of entertainers who visit whenever All Saint Wake is upon us. However, in actuality, they are a band of void-sent fiends in disguise. That is not to say they get up to anything that goes beyond the realm of mere mischief. No, they are generally harmless, which is why I have been a content to observe them from afar. Bizarrely, I am yet to see any sign of them this time, and around despite the festivities being so close at hand. That said, I do not mean to say that things have been uneventful of late. A rather peculiar gentleman known as the Scarlet Snout has appeared to fill the vacuum of the absurdity left by the circus. Most suspicious, as I'm sure you will agree, which is why I set about investigating the matter. However, things have not quite gone to plan, and I was hoping you might be able to help me look into this strange character. Do you think you could spare some time to ask the residents of Gridania about the Scarlet Snout? So, you have my thanks. I shall continue to do my part. In the meantime, pray alert me, should you learn not of interest. Okay, sure. I can do that. I've asked people in Gridania about it. Alright. Red nose. This is such a between the two of us. I've met the man to whom you speak. In fact, he even invited me to a banquet of sorts. Yes, I was relaxing by the river over the night, when I suddenly heard a voice I couldn't quite place. I turned around to see a man dressed in mostly standing behind me. We got to talking, befitting his appearance. He's quite the jovial fellow, and after a pleasant little chat, he invited me to dinner at his home in the coming days. I call it a banquet, but he assured me that it would be a modest affair with only him and a few of his newfound friends. He also swore to me secrecy. No doubt he doesn't want strangers to come and crash the event, so don't tell anyone else I told you all this, alright? Yeah, sure. The one is over here, that's by the... Why, no, I've heard nothing of such a man, and I most certainly haven't been invited to a holiday feast organized by such an individual. Perish the thought. About this feast. Alright, I'll tell you. I was heading home from an errand when this fellow with a prominent proboscis approaches. I asked if I'd visit him at his house. He said he needed someone to share his toys and sweets with. Sometime he made me assure that I would tell no one of this offer, but he even spoke to me at all. If he found out about this, I don't know what would happen. Promise me you won't tell anyone. Fair enough. Next one is over here, okay. So you're looking for the so-called Scarlet Snout as well, are you? Well, tough luck. I'm going to beat you to him. Well-heeled bloke who loves nothing more than to share his fortune with his friends. Ever since then, I've been searching high and low for him. Even I didn't know anything damned if I'm going to share it with anyone. Can't say I've seen anyone mention his description myself. Now that you mention it, I remember a friend of mine saying he saw an odd character wandering around here the other day. If it struck me because he said he was dressed up in an odd garb, almost like that of a jester. Can't guarantee that was the man you're looking for, but it sounds so similar to be a coincidence. Now you're back. Did you clean anything of the incidents, perchance? Inviting total strangers to his abode and swearing them to secrecy. Most suspicious indeed, yes. I highly doubt he is inviting these people out of the kindness of his heart. Something's afoot here. In which I was able to uncover some new information myself. See, most sightings of the Scarlet Snout occurred by the river. Suspect it would be relatively easy to spot him if we staked out the area. Yet I am hesitant to go myself. I have been asking around so long now that it is likely that our suspect knows me and is taking pains to avoid me. I would love to impose upon your kindness, but I ask you to take over this alone. Alright, I'll go look for the Scarlet Snout. Oh, thank you very much. Now, we have no time to lose. Let us hurry along the riverbank. Hey there, missy. No, not there. Over here. Huh? Where are you? Greetings, my friend. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Huh? Who are you? Oh dear me, why the cold reception? Sure my appearance doesn't frighten you? Actually... Surely, but how could that be? Why, I dress like this so I can bring laughter and levity to one and all. But where are my manners? Introduce myself. I'm Papa Gruff, a humble clown. Would you care to share your name with me? Such a pleasant name. Brings a smile to my face. Oh, it feels like we're thick as tea. Tea's already. How to commemorate a newfound friendships. Oh, but of course, why don't you join me at my humble abode for a feast? I swear you haven't lived until you have been to one of my banquets. Ask only one favor. You are to tell no one about this. It wouldn't do if some random stranger barged in on a gathering of friends, yes? And should I find out you have gone against my wishes, well... No, but just. That's what I do, you see. I wouldn't dream of harming even a flea. You have nothing to worry about. Nothing at all. Come meet me under the Branch Meadows Bridge whenever you're ready, and I'd be more happy to show you the way to home. Well, ta-ta for now. So that was our man, was it? I must say, his appearance was barely ever very bit as distinctive as the rumors say. Pray tell me. Did he invite you to his feast as the others did? I had a feeling this was how things might play out. While his actions are most suspicious, it is impossible to tell exactly what his goal is, and whether or not he has any malicious intent. I suppose our best option is to play along for the time being. When I ask that you head to Benchmark Meadows, and observe things from a safe distance. I myself shall first return to the Adventurers Guild in order to deliver my report. Let us rendezvous at our destination when we both are ready. This location affords you a good vantage point of the precise location of the Scarlet Snout gave you. Observe from a distance and hope that he reveals himself. Where is the Scarlet Snout? Have you seen the Scarlet Snout anywhere? Welcome, one and all. It is great pleasure that I welcome you here today. Now, perhaps it's a bit too formal for an occasion. Let's try this again. My friends, welcome to the House of Groove. By all means, make yourselves at home. What the heck are you carrying on over there? I could hear you from miles away. But what brings you here? What brings me here? Why, our dear son and I were warning you might burst headlong, screaming like this. Papa Mumsy has told me all about this party. I can't wait to meet all of our new friends. Yes, I'm sure it's going to be an absolutely splendid time. My dad, your father here has invited sheer multitudes of illustrious guests, isn't that so? Of course, my sweet, don't worry. I can assure you the event will be quite a spectacle. Just fully unaware, but they are, in fact, marching towards their doom. Oh, how I love seeing the terror on their faces when they realize their fates. It's truly to die for, quite literally. Okay. Yes, and if the fear were extracted from the depths of their very souls, we can summon forth our fiendish friends and hold a banquet of our dreams. The night of Devilry shall finally be upon us. The night of Devilry? Is that something fun? It will be the most fun you've had. One only thing I have yet to experience myself, but I've heard enough of legends to know it will not disappoint. Lord, our honored your guests are scheduled to arrive any moment now. Head back to the venue, my dear family. I shall return anon. Victims, huh? Back from benchmark, are you? Pray, tell me, what exactly did you witness there? Good gods, this sounds like a plot most foul indeed. Fortunately, help is at hand. Upon hearing my report, the guild saw fit to dispatch an expert in matters of the occult to aid us in getting to the bottom of this. Most certain he will be able to help us come with an effective way to twad the Snout's villainy. Let me know when you are ready, and I shall introduce you to them. Adventurers Guild investigator has someone to introduce you. Ready to proceed with investigation, are you? Excellent. Allow me to introduce to our esteemed collaborator. This is Mark, a specialist in matters of the occult, dispatched by the Guild to assist in apprehending the nefarious Papa Gruff. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. Before we go any further, I wish to ensure that I have a grasp of the situation. Hence, it is quite alright with you. Pray share all you have learned. see, quite fascinating indeed. Yes, it was all I read in that tome. I had lost my own thoughts. Allow me to begin by giving a brief introduction to the so-called Knight of Devilry. Please let us understand it. It's said that during the All Saints' Wake, the saints are invited to banquets in the heavens each and every night. At such time, the world below is left unprovoked, protected, and fiends summoned by the ogre Pumpkinhead are free to wreak havoc on the defenseless citizens. Pumpkinhead? What the heck is this? One fiend in particular is said to be especially boisterous. I speak of the one known as the Doomsday Clown. The Doomsday Clown, oh my god. What? Or perhaps you know him better as the Scarlet Snout or Public Gruff. In any event, they are all the same most nefarious personage. If the texts are to be believed, those who set foot in his domain are fated never to return. I say, just listening to the tale is enough to make my hair stand on end. That said, it seems we've quite a task on our hands. We're attempting to save his would-be victims. Have we no way of protecting ourselves once inside his lair? Thought you would never ask. Pray feast your eyes on these fine creations of mine. To you two artifacts I have created by referencing a number of ancient tomes, together with some of my own personal touches, of course. The Holophanian lantern and the phial of warding, holy water. What do they do, you must wonder? Well, let me explain. First of all, the fiendish lantern emits a certain wavelength of light that void scent absolutely detests. As for the warding holy water, it not only protects the holder's soul from being stolen, but also enables one to rescue the lost souls of others. Not yet had the opportunity to test them, and thus cannot vouch for their effectiveness, but I'm very much hoping that they will serve you well. Wait, you mean there's no guarantee? It matters not. We face a potential crisis here, and beggars cannot be choosers in times of need. Are you willing to put your faith in Mark's creations and do what needs to be done? Excellent. In the meantime, I shall do my best to ensure that the Scarlet Snout is not able to lure anyone else into his trap. Speaking of the Snout, I also heard another rumor. Apparently he has been intending odd pumpkin cookies. Should you come to possess such confection, might you show it to me when you return? Furnish you with a link pearl. Rest assured that I shall do my damnedest to support you from afar after you enter the Dread Clown's personal domain. So should you wish to know aught more about the items which I have furnished you, just say the word. Shall return to Mikoto's amphitheater and see that no other frightening hijinks ensue. When you have found out what you would about the Snout, pray visit me there. If it isn't my fun, tell me. Sorry if the day timing can be better. I'm pleased to report that I finished preparing for the festivities. Let my loyal Harlequin guide know once you're ready, and he'll be more than happy to show you the way to the venue. Seasonal instance, alright. The Phantom's Feast seasonal instance. To join the feast, speak to the Harlequin guide. So is it like a dungeon? Wait, is it a dungeon? Do you wish to head down to the banquet show now? To your Phantom's Feast, yes. 1 of 4 players, okay. So it's like a dungeon, I guess? Oh boy, it is a dungeon. Alright, well, let's do the dungeon then. wow, this is scary. There's ghosts everywhere and pumpkins. This is a unique dungeon. Is there any more here? Yeah. Isn't this the Temtara Deep Crown? Whatever it's called. shall we? This is a really unique dungeon, honestly. I'm really sorry for having kept you waiting. Do you wish to head to the banquet now? Mr. Gruff is eagerly anticipating your arrival. Never see you return from the spectral realm in one piece, I say. Did the monarchy's inventions provide adequate aid? Yes. Somewhere here. Got some cookies. Here we go. Indeed, I am to hear it. Small wonder the man came so highly recommended. And of course, I must thank you for risking life and limb to put them to use. Thanks to you, we can rest assured that the souls of the Gradanian people are safe from the fiend's trickery. I'm full glad to finally lay my hands upon this ruined cookie. Well, just to be safe, I took the liberty of advising the other invitees not to attend the feast for their own good. Concerning, however, that some of them did not seem too keen on heeding my instructions. Should you find any that have gone hand in hand, pray save as many of them as you can. I know we know that Marquis' creations can be relied upon. There's no reason to think we should not be able to rescue everyone from Snout's clutches. Oh, he's back again? But where have all my new friends gone? Don't worry, sweetheart. Father will sort this all out. What the heck were those abominable trinkets anyway, and why did you not warn me that one of those despicable adventurers might crash your party? My bullet, pray calm your heart. If that adventure lady was one thing, rest assured that none of our ordinary guests be equipped with such artifacts. We shall have our fun soon enough, believe you me. Tomorrow I found someone who has volunteered to help us in our quest. They say that the best approach is to wander around the town, shouting out invitations to anyone within an air shot. Just imagine how many guests will manage to lure here with such a bold approach. Lastly, be sure to invite as many people as possible, right? The more terror the better, I say. Which is my command, Master Gruff. This will be fine, All Saints Wake indeed. That said, I do wonder who this mysterious new acquaintance might be. It's assured that I will be keeping close watch on Scarlet Snout to make sure that this beautiful plan never come to fruition. See to it that none of his expected visitors attend the banquet. Then when he comes out to ascertain what has gone amiss, we will strike with an expert team, assembled by the Adventurers Guild, putting an end to the villainy once and for all. In the meantime, I ask that you pray go and rescue anyone that Snout already managed to lure. A feast to remember. Cosmetic clowning reward. Wait, there's a haunted manor too? What are we doing here? Oh, what? Footsteps here, okay. Room 101. Is there like a puzzle in here or something? Oh, it turns me into that character. Okay, he can turn me to any character? Yeah, that's pretty cool. I need to reclaim Night Sky. Oh, now I'm freaking Y'shtola. Nice. I'm playing as Y'shtola. What do I have to do in here though? Just a place where you can just walk around as different characters. Let's go to the second floor. Interesting. What's the cell rage? Let's check that out over there. I think this is for like throwing a big party of multiple players. It's probably not a place you go alone normally. Okay, well, enough distraction from the Saints event thing. Let's continue the main quest. Let's go. What is this? Welcome to the Cactuar. Here we create prototypes of various sundries required by our soon-to-be passengers. Allow me to introduce to the head of foodstuff production. Cooking Way. Pleasure to meet you. Our work has involved no small amount of trial and error. But after many cycles of painstaking labor, I say we have created the finest cuisine. Learn all of our essential nutrients for healthy and balanced diet from a reference materials we received. Why? I practically ignored the words from the individual pages. We should have also considered ease of growth and production. We will not want for ingredients. I must insist you try some. Along the platform you'll find a storage full of bursting delectable delights. Like anything you've ever tasted, yes? The carrot of happiness is full of bursting with nutrients, and is guaranteed to leave you feeling satiated. It's a staple among us, Loperits. We have plenty of other varieties too. Bleeding carrots to improve blood flow, dream carrots to help you sleep. You see, we have carrot for every occasion. What if I don't like carrots? Oh, you don't like carrots? Oh, you must mean you don't like them served in this fashion. Why not? We have pureed versions on hand if you haven't the time to chew. Oh, you'd be good. Get you two had a wide assortment of carrots to choose from, not else. Oh yes, what exactly did these collaborators share with your cuisine on the terrace? Surely you're aware that we have an abundance of dishes and foods you could emulate. Of course we are, but well, it was only quite recently that we have established contact. Even holding conversation was a struggle at first, so I imagine you're surprised when they sent a mountain of books and documents with no clear instructions. The sheer amount of information was overwhelming. If it wasn't for the encyclopedia I found, we would have been at a loss where to begin. So we decided rather than divide our resources to prepare a variety of middling, potentially unsatisfying meals, it would be more efficient to devote our efforts to the production of a single, perfect food. That's all well and good, but man cannot live on raw carrots alone. Have you considered cooking them? I mean, steamed, boiling, roasting, and like, I suppose we could prepare the carrots in other ways. Primary concern was efficiency. It's more efficient than sinking your teeth into a carrot fresh from production. Kind of a strange approach to take for one named cooking way, isn't it? Well, technically speaking, cooking isn't my given name. When first created, we were all named in the old tongue. Otherwise, imperial parlance, the Watcher speaks. There we received a great tome of words, a dictionary that is. From our collaborators, we learned your language. And we found terms related to our given tasks, and used them to form new names. Aren't they helpful? No, not really, but it does explain a great deal. More fool did us deem such change necessary. When the rest of your people are, we want to be certain they understand immediately what each of us does. You'd never be able to pronounce our original names anyway. I see. I hope your critics, such as they are, were helpful to you. If you should decide to preserve flora and fauna from the terrace as well, you would be able to offer passengers a more balanced diet. But such a day, one pray comes sooner than later. It would appear there is not but carrots on the menu. Well, that's fair. I think we've had our fill of carrots for now. Let's move on to the other necessity, shall we? It's sure to impress this way. Alright. We're at the Imperial Production Station. The more traditional method of this task are some magics. This does have some affinity for magic. People possess. We have other talents too, of course, and I know you're dying to hear about them. We'll get to you with details another time. Run into a spot of trouble first, our magical aim was not sufficient to see our work done. The discovered crystallized Aether was a wonderful catalyst that could provide us FFXIV we needed. My, how resourceful. A sweet sound of recognition. You will also be impressed to hear we've read all about a habit, changing a guitar to match your chosen passion. has also been taken into account with our design. You can simply travel close. Make yourself known to the workers and you will see to the rest. I see one of the visitors from Aether's. Goodness me, mapping way wasn't kidding. You really are smaller than the Watcher. You're here to try on the set of clothes, yes? What would you have me fashion for you today? Fashion refined ensemble. Something refined. Fashionable, alright. This will all take a moment. Here we are, all finished. Perfect fit, I have to say myself. Unless I know nothing of fashion, level 1 fashion for the theaters. But no one down there has ever worn something like this. Fine ensemble. Perhaps you can start a new trend. Would you look at that? It's speechless in here. I thought you may not like it. If you're for mind to try something else, well, why not speak with fellow artisans? I'm sure they'd be happy to oblige. Alright. No one said you'd be coming. How can I help you? Oh, you wish to try my clothes, really? Of course, I'll be honored. Did you have anything in mind? Something with more flair? I think I can handle that. Let's see. I should do. That's better. Some of my best work yet. Times and tastes truly have changed. It used to be so rare for anyone to request clothing with a focus in form or function. We had a spare concept of robes made using different fabric. I think it looks rather fetching. What's worried how concept would turn out when put to proof, but it looks stunning on you. Why don't you go show living way? Alright, I'll go show living way. Don't we look splendid? The rest of it much trial and error, but I know quality when I see it. You need to speak. I can see your adoration for the moon, and we love what's in your eyes. No doubt your friends feel the same, having sampled our creations. Sorry to have kept you waiting. He insisted we sample all their concepts here we returned. Really, dissonance on most to becoming. I think it's past time we return to these return these clothes. I was so confident our garments would meet your approval. Whatever are we doing wrong? Watcher taught us that in his time everyone wore same robes. To do otherwise was against social etiquette. We thought we could appeal to modern taste by tailoring the robes to specific professions, but... Please, you must be so hard on yourself. Should we resort to evacuation? People urge us to and most certainly have need your attire. It's clear you spare no efforts in addressing our needs, but you must understand that we are not quite so homogeneous. Think of myself. What I wear now better suits my taste, even if it was not inferior make. There are others whose choices may be influenced by traditions or personal experience. In order to make assumptions for the whole, you must consider the individual and their potential preferences. I fear we've underestimated the complexity of diversity of your people. Even if we memorized every tome we receive, I doubt would have fared much better. Maybe we're doing good service trying to shower you with our baubles and frippery, thinking it was for benefit when you'd be better off on your own. There are some who might agree, people who prefer to keep others at arm's length, even when they know they shouldn't. As one such former fool, I'd like to ask you a question. This plan to evacuate, escape the final days, did it account for the reflections of the source as well? And not that I'm aware of. We were born of Heidelins for a terrace, and the salvation of the people in that star. And that star alone has ever been our aim. Surely it's better to devote ourselves to saving one world and divide our efforts across the 14. Risk falling and risk failing on them all. I suppose you're right. Anyway, may we leave to explore Beastway's burrows unattended? You've given us much to think about. Why, certainly. Until later, then. If I may, I should like to accompany you a while longer. Really? I mean, you're more than welcome to. There was actually something I wish to speak with you about. Let's be off then, shall we? Unfortunately, I wasn't trying to spy anything. Talk about visitors from a terrace. I want to see what all the fuss was about. Now I'm worried. The people of the terrace refuse to come. What if we can't save them all? It's clear we've made a mess of things. But wait, you still haven't visited the domiciles. Once you see them, you'll understand how wonderful the moon truly is, I'm sure of it. We will refer you by the teleporter near the entrance. Oh, the name's Growing Bay. See you soon. You're here, we're really here. Thank you. So what should I call you? Even your names are amazing. Oh, I'll be using this stuff for into your residential area. Whenever you're ready.
Ready in the teleporter. Huh? Access to living quarters restricted due to reconstruction. Then where is it? Oh no!
Where did you send me, Growing Way? Send me up there, okay.
A private audience, as thou didst request, for reasons I know not.
Just a precaution. I'd rather I didn't have to ask the question at all, but I take my responsibilities very, very seriously. Do you and your friends, by any chance, find our accommodation wanting? Be honest, brutally even.
'Twould be ungracious of me to belittle the efforts of thee and thine.
Lovely sentiment, really. But the disappointment is writ plain on your comrades' faces. It's all the more frustrating since no one will come out and say what they find wanting. If there are faults in our work, we need to know. We can, we will do better. But time is not on our side. The final days will wait for no one. If your people are to be saved, we must take quick and decisive action. This vessel must serve as a home for as many passengers as possible, for far longer than we may like. Which brings me to my request. Our collaborators on Aetheris are doing what they can to prepare for the voyage. Would you be willing to go and lend them a hand? Having seen the moon for yourself, you could speak to its many splendors, learn what else they might require, and assuage whatever concerns they have.
Wherefore wouldst thou entrust me with such a task?
How to put it? You're the only one who appears not to be wholly unsatisfied with our work. Oh, quite good at pretending that's the case, at least. Calm, collected, tactful to a fault. Very particular with your words, too. You understand that, in the face of great danger, one cannot pursue perfection at the expense of practicality. The difficult choices must often be made for the greater good.
Yeah, your Renjay knows that all too well.
And so fate doth conspire to set my feet upon this path once more.
Come again?
Ah, idle musings. 'Tis no trifle thou dost ask, yet full well do I understand the urgency and necessity.
Oh, dear me! Dear me! I was terribly sorry for the mix-up. It's a bit of a malfunction. I hadn't realized the residential quarters were inaccessible, you see. But you're still in one piece. So, all's well that ends well, yes? Won't happen again. I promise.
Gosh, that wasn't pressing. I promise to be careful from now on. Since the original cores are closed for now, I've rerouted the fork to allow travel between floors instead. Hopefully it proves useful in the meantime. Actually, you can see it though. I really would have liked it. I know I'm saying like we've been planning for this far longer than I care to admit. Long discussion about how to save as many of you as we can. Felt like everyone had an opinion on this or that. But the more we all agreed on was that the people of Aether wouldn't take action to save themselves until it was far too late. I think the moon is a vibrant and magical place to hop at a chance to visit. continue this next time on Final Fantasy XIV. Hopefully everything works out well.